All right. I know you guys missed me. It's been 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I know a lot of y'all are just so upset that I couldn't be here with you guys. My face looks deformed right now on this side. I don't know what happened. I guess I get some light over there or something, or maybe some life. I don't know what's happening, but all right, cool. So how's everybody doing? Thanks for showing up here today. If you're new, Raphael's here, Nico's here. I got Nico saying something here from West Vancouver, BC, soon to be back in Mexico for the fall and winter. Smart idea. Yeah, get out of Canada for the winter. Monica's here. Elizabeth made it. Amy Brockman showed up from Indiana. Mountain Dew is here from Vancouver, Canada as well too. We've got a poll going on. I can't remember what I put in the poll, but I think most of y'all know what we do there. Just pick a meditation that we're going to do later on here at 8 o'clock. And so just do that. And if you're new on here, they've got about 13 people. Just there's no cover charge. Just write in the comments where you're from and what city you're from. I mean, your name and where you're from. That's all we ask for. So, all right, Arowana Lighthouse. All right, it's Melissa from Hickory showed up. I like that name. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for coming, Melissa. Melissa was on the show a couple weeks ago. So I call it the show. But yeah, all right, who else is on in the nose here from Clearwater Beach? I'm going to be down in Clearwater here next week. We're going to be a couple French fries short of a Happy Meal today, y'all. We got a couple of customers, a couple of people, regulars that show up that are at the Dr. Joe Dispenza week-long retreat right now. So they called me and reached out to me and said, I'm not going to be there. They wanted us like some pro tips for the whole week down there. I don't know what if I gave them any pro tips, but you just kind of show up. It's not that complicated, but they wanted a little insight, so helped them out. But it's not hard. It's not like taking an SAT test. You just show up and bring your meditation mask. So that's what's going on. So, but yeah, I'm actually going to be there. I'm going to go to the advanced week-long on the weekend next week down in Marco Island. If anybody's going to that, I'll be down there. I think it's from Wednesday till Sunday. I'm going to go I don't know. I'm going to leave here in a couple days and just start heading that direction and start enjoying the rest of summer here on the beach and stuff. So that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, I've been in the know she says, I've been to Dr. Joe 5 times in Marco Island. Correct. Just show up and learn and be curious. I like that. That's what I tell people all the time. You got to get curious about this meditation stuff. That's how you stay in these meditations for an hour or 2 or for even 10 minutes. You got to get curious to see what's going to happen. Like, man, what's all these people talking about? Let me just sit here for a while and get curious. And so I like that. That's very true. And so, yeah, it's not complicated. Just show up and blow up. That's right. So, yeah, if nobody's ever been on here before, I talked for a little while. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them, or somebody in the comments will answer them. And then we do a meditation here typically around 8 o'clock. So the past couple of weeks, I wasn't able to make it just due to just stuff happening, just life. So if anybody was complaining, I'm sorry. I know you guys were hurting. I'm just kidding. Loretta filled in last week. She did a great job. And I plan to do this today and next week and the week after that. So we'll keep it going. And I think I've got a backup plan for if I can't make it. So we can all at least, get together and meditate. So anyway, a couple of things I do have in the comments below. I don't make any money doing this. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm bragging. I make $0 doing this, but there's a link below in the description for these masks right here. And I make like 72 cents for every mask that's bought. So I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm not trying to really make money, but I do. But this is a Manta mask. And this one is one that they just came out with, and it glows in the dark. I got one. I like it. I personally lose a lot of things. So I've definitely gotten up to get something to drink before and couldn't find my mask. So this is going to come in handy for me for sure. So that's my new favorite mask. And, you'll definitely stick out when you're meditating in a crowd. So I highly recommend going on there. And if you don't want that one, they have several others too. So, but the link is in the description below. I'm not really pushing that, but I'm just letting people know about it. So, that's that. But a couple of things that I was going to talk about. Hold on. The Ver Home people is she's from Germany. There are 9-hour long meditations. Oh, you're talking about the retreat. Yeah, the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat. Yeah, that's going on this week in Marco Island, and he's also doing it next week at the Advanced Weekend retreat. And then I guess he's doing the walk. I think it's this Saturday where everybody, the whole world's going to come and walk with him. Or I'm sure it's going to be a lot of people. I don't know what the count is, but I know it'll be a lot because they've been pushing that hard for a while. So that'll be exciting. I'm going to do that as well too. I'm sure that nobody knows about it. Somebody on here could probably send a link or something to sign up for it. I don't even think you have to sign up. You just kind of just start meditating and walking, doing one of his meditations then. So, but yeah, so we'll do the meditation here in about 15 or 20 minutes. But a couple of things I wanted to talk about is, well, one of the things I wanted to talk about just over the past 2 weeks, I've been meditating and again, I've gotten a lot of new insights in the past couple of weeks. I'm always getting stuff, downloads and stuff. But one thing that I did about a week and a half ago was I did an EES chamber. If anybody knows what that is, I did it, and I still don't know what it is. But it is. Hold on, let me see what this is. It's a energy enhancement system. And what does this have to do with meditation? I'm not really sure. But I think probably a lot of the people that probably meditate might be interested in this type of thing. So I've got a friend in Nashville named Jeff. We call him Hefe for short. And that's a long story, but he might be on here. And but he's got these panels, and they're energy, these panels that emit energy off of them. They're expensive. But they're supposed to, people swear that they sleep better, they feel better, they've overcome ailments and things like that. So I just wanted to go try it out. I didn't do much research on it. I had a couple friends tell me about it. I said, well, I'm going to go check it out. So there's a place here in Greenville. Well, actually, it's in Greer, South Carolina, which is close to Greenville. But they've got a room there where they have 24 of these panels. And I know 4 of these panels are like $30,000. So this woman dropped a lot of money on this thing. This is a very expensive night that I had for myself. So it was an experiment for sure. But I went there and I stayed the night there. And it was a wild experience. Definitely, I can't tell you what this stuff does. How is it related to meditation? I mean, I guess there's energy coming off of these panels, but it was a very interesting thing. If anybody gets a chance to try it out there, it's just sitting there, and they recommend that you sit there and you meditate with these panels. And I got a lot of energy. I've got more energy now. Every day I'm waking up earlier, and I've got more energy all day. I'm sleeping better. My brain is just functioning better. Not that my brain functions terrible, but I can just tell like I'm a little quicker. I'm like, oh man, I just did that. 2 times 14. I got that. Yep. And so I just would be a little pick up the pace on everything. And but definitely got my brain active while I was there. And I meditated while I was there. And I will say that while being in this room with 24 energy panels, I had the most vivid meditation that I've ever had in my life. And I think vivid's the right word, but it's the most like 3D, like I could read like a serial number on a bicycle. Like it was definitely like I said, the most vivid. I didn't have anything necessarily like a breakthrough in the sense of like, oh, I just discovered this about myself. But I did have extremely vivid meditation with all. It's like watching a Steven Spielberg movie or like Star Wars or something. I was in the movie. It was wild. And so it was a lot of fun to have that meditation experience there with that. So let's see. In the note says, you like that light? I have an incredible biohack for you. All right, bring it on. What's the bio? I don't know what the biohack is, but I'm sure you can let us know. So anyway, that's a little bit about that. If anybody's heard about it or been curious about it, you can go online. They're EES machines, which stands for Energy Enhancement System, I believe is what that is. And so that's that. Yeah. So y'all go check it out. Again, it's sometimes it can be awkward talking to the internet. It helps to be I need to have like a co-host or something, like somebody else here just to hang out with. So if everybody's just jumping on here, I kind of talk and ramble on about some meditation stuff or things related to meditation. I don't claim to be an expert, but I feel like I know more of what not to do than what to do with meditation. But at around 8 o'clock here in about 15 minutes, we will get started and do a meditation, a group meditation. They're typically about an hour long. If you haven't voted for the meditation, there's a poll going right now somewhere on the screen. Just vote. If you don't know what any of them are, just pick one. It's not complicated. We're just kind of doing life right now. Just picking something and just going with it. All right, so there's a question. Do you feel better now after the EES? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really hurting or in any kind of pain or anything. But yeah, I definitely have a lot more energy. Like I said, I had a lot more energy and have for the past 2-3 weeks since I've done it. It's been really wild experience of just I sleep good. I sleep a lot better. And then I wake up and I just get moving fast. It's really wild. So I'm kind of waiting to see how long this kind of lasts for, but I'm definitely going to go back. And it was expensive. It was like $450 to spend one night in there. Yeah, that's crazy, but I've done a lot crazier things in my life. And, but I also like to do things in life. So whatever. I did it. And, sure. Yeah, sure. Some people have some opinions about that, but whatever. So yeah, it is expensive, but I definitely will go back again. I'm curious to see what that progresses into. Even just to meditate in that room, it was wild. It was very bizarre meditation. So, all right. So let's see here. How's the film about? So last week I wasn't here because I've been working with Melissa and helping her make a video to help tell her story. And so that's what I was doing last Monday and kind of got caught up with that. So I wasn't able to make it here. But yeah, I'm trying to make a nice video for her and to where she can tell her story, to be able to go out there and help some people that might be in her similar type of situation, to be able to, let them realize that maybe they can try meditation to where they can overcome their problems and try. Because I mean, Melissa, she was on the brink of dying. I mean, it's really wild experience she had. So not only is it an interesting story, but it's absolutely amazing. And there's some probably people out there that are struggling with similar things that she's got going on, and she feels like she can help some people, if not a lot of people. So that's why we're doing the video. And so we're working on it. I'm going to be busy the next couple of weeks, and then we're going to do some more work on it. So maybe in a month or two, maybe we'll have it. And yeah, I'll definitely tell everybody here when we do it. So speaking of Melissa, she's here. She's got a question. Do you ever have random moments during the day that feels like you just connected to the blissful feeling that comes during meditation? Yeah, I do. I definitely do. They're not really like when they happen, they're not really like something that gets set up. But it's kind of like a stroke. It just kind of comes out of nowhere. I mean, oh god, I crack myself up. But yeah, they just kind of come out of nowhere, and for me, it doesn't quite happen all the time. I think everybody has a different experience, but there's times I'll just be driving randomly, and I don't ever really break down per se, if that's what you're kind of getting at. But I do just have moments where I have moments to where I get like insights or just something that's like something hits me, and or you talk about a blissful feeling. But yes, I'll get insights. I'll have these feelings. I have an understanding about something that just seems to kind of hit me across the head. Shows up out of nowhere. I'm like, whoa, man, that's good stuff right there. I'll have to sit there and think about it for the rest of the drive. So yeah, I do have those type of moments, if that's kind of what you're talking about. I appreciate the question, Melissa. It's a very nice question. All right, so in the nose, got something here. The biohack is the VEMI, or pure wave bed, is one therapy that includes vibroacoustic, electromagnetic, infrared technology that uses healing sound resonance. That sounds real fancy. That also sounds like that's expensive, whatever that is. But I believe you. There's stuff out there that, let's see. in tandem with full body vibrations, excuse me, um, natural earth frequencies and infrared light for an unbelievable mind, body, and spirit experience that is only reached in deep meditation states. Um, all right, there's more. We got more here. The VEMI grounds the body and eliminates the effects caused by electrosmog radiation and recharges and detoxifies all the cells in the body, balancing all the body systems for ultimate rejuvenation. I don't read that well. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I don't is VEMI, is that the same thing as EES, or is that just something that's similar or comparable, or is that like an extension of that? I'm not sure what the VEMI is, but maybe you wrote it up in the comments somewhere else. Or maybe it's something totally different than the EES that I was talking about. So another thing I was going to share with everybody, just that I've slowly started to learn about myself through meditation. In a couple of months, it'll be 2 years that I've been meditating, that I've had like just this profound experiences for myself, and stuff shows up like aliens, and they make for wild experiences. But it was almost about 2 years ago, and I'm going to Marco Island next week, and that's where it started for me, was down in Marco Island. And so that's kind of why I'm going. I'm kind of like, let's just go back and see what happens down there, or at least just pay tribute to that day that changed my life. But since I've been meditating, there's, like I've always said, there's changes that happen very quickly, and then there's changes that just happen over time. One thing that I've just really been noticing the past month or 2 months, that meditation does a lot of things, but for what it's doing for me right now, it's teaching me slowly how to lead with my heart, in the sense of, I think it's when you spend, and I think that's what meditation is not what it is, to sum it up, but it's what you do while you're in the meditation. It's what you want to do, is spend time focusing on your heart and just let it open up. And then you just observe what's coming out. It may be the good, the bad, the ugly, and whatever it is, you just see it. And so stuff comes up, you may not like it. Stuff comes up, it may blow your mind. It may be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, from one spectrum to the other. But I've definitely started to notice that, by doing that within a meditation, you can do that outside of a meditation. You can do that while you're starting, just walking around. You can do it while you're talking to somebody. As a matter of fact, when you talk to somebody, you just start to open your heart up. And what does that really mean? It just means just to really just let go right there in the moment. If you can do that, I've noticed that what a lot of people do is they just vomit out words. They don't really. Sometimes people will say something and they mean something else, and they don't even know it. But it's almost kind of like, if you can open up your heart, you can see around the curtain of what they're trying to say, and you can actually understand what they're talking about without you actually paying attention to the real words. That's one thing that has been helpful for me, when talking to people and dealing with people. You go, oh, I can kind of see really what's going on here, as opposed to, just the words that they're telling me. It's almost kind of like you just get, I don't know, it's weird. But I find that, also, just when I would, before I found meditation, I would make a lot of decisions based on my analytical mind. And I find that when most people lead with their analytical mind, they get in trouble a lot of times. They start to hear words and they change the meaning of those words, and they'll put those words inside of their analytical mind and shake it up, and there's no telling where, how that person's perspective of what you said to them, what's actually going on with that. So, but if you can learn to open up your heart and you can speak from your heart, people can feel it. They can't feel an analytical mind. And I've seen that you ever seen a preacher? He's just reading out of a Bible, and, just there's nothing exciting going on. But you could see preachers that they aren't talking a lot of stuff, but they're speaking from their heart being open, and there's you can feel that, and it's the same way with music. I play music, so um I guess what I'm getting at is meditation has taught me to pay attention to my heart. That's where all the stuff comes out of. Within the meditation, that's where the magic happens for me. It's not by focusing on my analytical mind. It's by focusing on my heart. So as I'm telling this, I'm kind of working it out myself. It helps, especially when there's people watching me on the internet. But um, but yeah, definitely. If as long as it's taught me to open up my heart, and I don't mean like, oh, I've got this love, I've got this feeling or something. I just mean sitting there just kind of relaxing your shoulders, and you just kind of just relax here. If you can do that while listening to somebody, you can actually hear what they're saying and understand them better. And you don't have to misconstrue it. You don't have to get in your analytical mind and turn things around and make things worse than they really are. You can actually see the real thing that's happening, even if that person can't share it with you. And you can then you can express yourself a lot better, and people have a tendency to feel more calm because they understand your words, but they can also feel it too. And that's something that I've been dealing with, not dealing with, but just kind of been experiencing with my life in the past month or two, that I feel like meditation has really shown up for. Maybe that's not anything exciting for anybody out there, but I'm really, uh, I'm really like, that's happening to me a lot lately. So that's some benefits, long-term benefits of meditating. It really gets you to open your heart. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but it, I probably spoke from my analytical mind while doing that instead of from my heart. But let's see here. All right, so Jane's here. She made it. Super meditators, Jane, beaming from BTV. I don't know what BTV is, but I'm sure you'll tell us later on. Okay, so In the Know was talking about all this VEMI, and she said it's different, but it's incredible, fairly new technology. We were talking about EES machines earlier as a very interesting topic. All right, so we got a poll going on here. Let me see if I could pull this up. I probably should have had it already together. All right, let me see here. All right, so we've got synchronize your energy to a new life. That's in The Alchemist in a dead heat right now. So we need some people to do some voting. Oh, I like it when we got a hot race on our hands. That's exciting. So let's see. There's been 13 votes, and how many people are on here? We got 18 people. So we got about 5 people that I know that haven't voted on this thing. So if you haven't voted, we got a couple of minutes before we're going to start the meditation. Our Wilson showed up for Burlington. We got a couple minutes before we're going to start the meditation. So go vote for it. Because we have a dead heat going on. We need some more people to vote to decide what we're going to do here. We got 3 minutes before we get started. So, yes, discovering your heart and its power and hope really is the yes. Yeah, it is. It's a really powerful thing to speak and just live in your heart, I guess. It's a different experience. All right, Rayla's here from Florida/Louisiana. I don't know how that's possible to be in both places at one time, but whatever. That's cool. So I actually I know you live in Florida and you visit Louisiana a lot. So I'm just messing with you. But thanks for showing up. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right, let's see here. All right, so the Alchemist is stepping up. For everybody that hasn't voted, we need you to vote. We got 19 people and only 14 votes, it looks like. I don't know. We just need a couple of people to go over there and press a button. It's just the internet. You just press it. Nobody's going to send you anything. We're not going to sell you anything. There's no algorithms that's going to come back and try to sell you this mask. But if anybody does want the mask, there's that's whatever. If you weren't here earlier, this is a mask that I like. It's glow in the dark. Brings the kid out in me. Also, it helps me find my mask when I get up to go get something to drink. All right, so all right, let's see here. We've got All right, it's looking like we're going to do the Alchemist, unless we get some more people voting. We need some more votes over there. Only 14 people showing up and voting. Just press the button, man. Come on. It's not hard. Even if you're not going to meditate, just help us out by making a decision here. It's not complicated. 5 people. I'm going to have to start paying y'all. Sit. Nobody likes to play along. It's not a fun game, huh? I'm the only one that likes it. All right. So it looks like it's got 1 minute. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up and pull the Zoom up, and we'll go ahead and get started here in just a moment. Just a second. Okay. All right, here we go. Just a moment. Okay, in case this is like the permanent link that we're using every Monday. So if anybody wants to save it and they could just show up whenever they want to, this should be the link here to it. So if you guys want to start coming over, and we'll get started in just a minute on the meditation. Yep, looks like we're doing the Alchemist for sure. Yep, unless we get some more votes happening. All right. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, so if you're just showing up, I just put the link to the Zoom call, and we're going to start the meditation here in a few minutes. So come on over. We got some people showing up. If you've never meditated with us before, just show up and see what we do. Do it for 5 minutes. If you can't do it for the full hour, just show up for a couple of minutes. It's not hard. Just sit there and be quiet, really. It's like being in timeout, but with a mask on. Yeah, just like sitting in timeout. It's nothing scary. Anybody can do it. Even if when you think you're not doing it, you're probably doing it. All right, people are coming over. We're getting them in. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 people in, but there's still 13 people on the YouTube live stream. All right, click on the link and come on over. Everybody's waiting for you now. You're holding us up. All right, so let's see. Loretta's on here. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, Loretta? I want to make sure my mic's working. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna play the Raphael's showing up now. Let's see. Hold on. I got some more people coming in. All right, so I'm gonna play the 5-minute introduction to this meditation in case anybody hasn't heard it. It's not complicated. It'll tell you what to the introduction will tell you what to do. So can you give me a thumbs up, Loretta, if you can hear it? Okay, good. We get started after this. Well, about 5 minutes. All right, we're going to get started here. It is 1 hour and 1 minute. Here we go.